Hi kids, welcome back. Look at this picture on the cover of the book we're going to read today. What can you see? Lots of teeth, right? Well, actually, it looks like a fish, right? But it's not a fish. It's a special type of animal that lives in the water. It's not a fish. We'll talk about it later. But let's look at the title. The title is Baby Dolphin's Tale. So this story is about a baby dolphin, and that's what this is. Remember, dolphins are not fish. We'll talk about that soon in the book. Let's look at the table of contents. Remember, the table of contents tells us what's in the book. It tells us the chapter name, and it also tells us where we can find that chapter in the book. Playful Dolphins is on page 2. So we're going to start with that. And we're going to talk about friendly dolphins. And then we're going to hear about a baby dolphin's tale. And then we'll see the glossary and the index. Now here's a new word. I'm not sure if we covered this before. Glossary. A glossary is a list of important words in the book. So we'll take a look at that later on page 12. And remember, I talked about an index before. Our index is also on page 12. Okay, let's get started with Playful Dolphins on page 2. Playful dolphins. Let's read together. Dolphins are playful animals. They live in the sea. Dolphins are good swimmers. Are you a good swimmer? Can you swim well? Well, dolphins are good swimmers. They're very good swimmers. Let's continue. They can leap out of the water. They can leap. They can jump out of the water. If you're swimming in the pool, can you jump out of the water? Probably not. 너무 힘들어, right? Your feet have to be on the bottom. Then you can jump. But if your feet aren't touching the bottom, we can't jump out of the water. But dolphins can. They can swim really fast. And they can dive back in with a splash, right? Dive back in. We use in because they dive back into the water, right? So they leap out of the water and they dive back in with a splash. If you go running and jump in the water at the swimming pool, you make a big splash. Okay? Next, dolphins take good care of their babies. Take good care of. We saw that before. You take good care of something. That means you love it, right? You make sure it's safe. You give it food. You take good care of something. Your parents take good care of you. A baby dolphin is called a calf. Remember, in English, we have many different words for baby animals, depending on the animal. Remember, a baby kitten or a baby cat is called a kitten. A baby dog is a puppy. A baby dolphin is called a calf. Many animals, many babies actually, are called calves. Cow babies are also calves. Elephant babies are called calves. Camel, you know camel with the hump? Camels are calves when they're babies. And you know the giraffe with the long neck? Giraffe babies are also calves. Many kinds of animals that eat grass are called calves. And actually, dolphins are kind of related a long, long time ago, similar to cows. That same family split out. So all those babies are called calves. Anyway, calf. A calf stays with its mother for up to 6 years. Up to. Around 6 years. When the baby dolphin is born, here's mama dolphin here, right? Here's the mother dolphin, and here's her baby, the calf. Now the calf will stay together with the mama for about 6 years, from when it's born to about up to 6 years, maybe 7 years, but at least up to 6 years. That's a long time. They have a very strong connection. They love each other very much, right? So they stay together for a very long time. Friendly dolphins. Dolphins are friendly animals. They're friendly. If you're in the ocean and you see a dolphin, if you're very lucky, they might come up to your boat, right? And they'll make a noise, right? Out of the water. They're very friendly animals, and they swim with people, right? Sometimes dolphins play in the waves a boat makes. Look at this picture. You see the boat? It's making a wave, right? And the dolphin will play in it. Here's the dolphin leaping out of the water, and it will dive back in. They're very playful. They're very amazing animals. Sometimes dolphins swim with people. Wow, wouldn't that be great if you were in the ocean and a dolphin came? Don't be scared. They'll swim with you. I'm a scuba diver. Don't say skin scuba. That's Konglish. Scuba diving. I'm a scuba diver. And in the Philippines, I went diving and there was a dolphin. But it was a big park, right? And the dolphin came and put its nose in our hands. Wow, very amazing. Okay. Sometimes people harm dolphins. Dolphins get caught in fishing nets. They get caught in fishing lines too. So sometimes we can harm the dolphins. We don't mean to harm the dolphins, but the fishermen go out on their boats. They want to catch the fish. They put lines or nets to catch the fish. Well, they don't know. Sometimes the dolphin will swim into the net. That's terrible. And they will get harmed. Now, it's important to remember about dolphins. Dolphins are mammals, right? They are mammals. Before I said this is not a fish, right? It's a dolphin, which is a special kind of animal. It's a mammal. But usually mammals, right, like us, we must breathe air. Dogs are mammals. We breathe air. Fish don't breathe air, right? They can stay underwater. But dolphins have to come up, breathe air through their hole in their head. Did you know that? They don't breathe air in their mouth. They breathe air out of a hole in their head. But they have to come up. If they get in the net, if they get caught in the fishing line, they can't go up. They can drown if they get caught in a net. So it's very dangerous for the dolphins, the fishing nets and the fishing lines, right? So they could die, okay? So that is important about dolphins. Dolphins are beautiful animals, playful animals, very friendly, but we have to be careful not to harm them. And dolphins are like us because we are both mammals. Okay, let's take a short break here. We'll come back and continue the lesson in a little bit. Hello, welcome back. We're talking about dolphins. And remember the point we made about dolphins? Dolphins are what type of animal? They are mammals. M-A-M-M-A-L. Mammals. Like us, we are mammals too. Let's read together a story, a true story, about a special dolphin. And this dolphin is a baby dolphin. So it's the baby dolphin's tale. The baby dolphin's tale. Let's read together. This is a true story. It's true. It really happened. A true story. It is about a baby dolphin named Winter. A baby dolphin named Winter. We'll talk about that in a bit. A fisherman found the baby dolphin. A fisherman found the baby dolphin. She, who is she? The fisherman or the dolphin? She was caught in a crab trap line. Aha. She means dolphin. The dolphin was caught in a crab trap line. And we know it's a female, a girl dolphin, right? Because we use she. So she means dolphin. She was caught in a crab trap line, right? Now a line, remember, a line is like a rope from the boat to the bottom of the ocean where it is. And a crab trap is like a cage that crabs go in because there's food. They go in the cage, but they can't get out. So the fisherman throws the crab trap off the boat, ties it on the surface of the water with a buoy, right? And goes away. He goes home, he sleeps, he comes back the next morning, and he gets the line, and he pulls up the crab trap, and he's got lots of crabs. 맛있어요. But the problem is when the dolphin gets caught in that rope, in that line. The line was around her tail. So the line was around the dolphin's tail. That's too bad. Okay. The fisherman helped the baby dolphin. So the fisherman was sad. The fisherman was, oh my gosh, my line caught this dolphin and now she's hurt. She needs help. He took her to a special aquarium. Aquarium. That might be a 힘들어 word. Pronunciation, aquarium. Aquarium. Aquarium are very nice places to visit. Where can you visit an aquarium? If you live in Seoul, right? You can visit an aquarium at the COEX shopping mall, right? It's a very beautiful aquarium. And they have sharks in the aquarium. Dun, 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 right? But it's very beautiful. Big aquarium. You can see many fish and also some sharks. If you live in Busan, you can go to the Sea Life Busan Aquarium and also see sharks and turtles and big fish. So aquariums are neat. But this is a special aquarium. The people at the aquarium wanted to help. They wanted to save the baby dolphin. So this aquarium helps injured fish or dolphins. It helps the injured sea life. Okay? So what happened next? The people at the aquarium put the baby dolphin in a rescue pool. A rescue pool. Rescue means to help somebody, right? Rescue. If you think about a rescue phone number, if there's an accident, maybe a car accident, or there's a fire, or something bad happens, you should call what? You should call 119 in Korea, right? 119. In America, it's 911. But in Korea, 119, that's the rescue telephone number, and people will come and help you. But this is a rescue pool. Dolphins can't dial 119, right? So the fisherman brought the dolphin to the aquarium. They put her in a rescue pool. They fed her special baby food. They fed her special baby food for the dolphin. They gave her cuddles. Cuddles? Is that something you eat? Is it delicious? No. Cuddles. Think about your mom or your dad, right? When you go to bed, you hug them, right? Goodbye, mom. Or good night, dad. Good night, mom, right? And you hug them. A cuddle is like a little hug, right? If you have a puppy dog, you go, yeah, I love the little puppy dog, and you hug it. That's a cuddle. So they gave her cuddles. They kind of touched the dolphin and, said, you're okay. And they gave the dolphin some love, right? They gave her cuddles. Maybe she's cuddling her now. They named her Winter. There's that name again, Winter. Where does that name come from? What does winter mean? Well, winter in English is also one of the seasons, right? We have spring, summer, fall, winter, right? So winter. Winter in Korean, I believe you say 겨울, 겨울, right? 겨울 is winter. And that's a funny story, just a personal story. My family has a dog. It's a beagle. She's very cute. We got her in the fall. So her name is Kaul, right? Kaul is her name, and that's our dog. So I was interested in this name. I thought, oh, Winter. They named the baby dolphin Winter because probably they got the dolphin in the winter. So they named her Winter, and that's a common thing to do. Winter greets her friend. So this is her friend. This is one of the people at the rescue pool who are giving Winter baby food and lots of cuddles. They're taking special care of Winter. Well, what will happen next? Well, let's take a break now. We'll come back and find out. Hello, welcome back. Let's find out what happened to the special baby dolphin named Winter. Winter did get better. Ah, good. But her tail was hurt. Her tail was hurt. Slowly, it fell away. Her tail fell away. Imagine that, the dolphin's tail falls off. You can see her here. She has kind of a strange shape on the back of her. There's no tail, right? It just kind of fell away. So this is very dangerous. How can a dolphin survive without the tail? Because they use that tail to swim. Winter had only a stump for a tail. This is a stump. It's not finished, right? It's just a stump. Sometimes, unfortunately, some people have accidents. They might lose a hand. If they lose a hand, there's no more hand, there's just a stump. We call that a stump. She only had a stump for a tail. The people at the aquarium wanted Winter to swim again. So the people at the aquarium wanted Winter to swim again. They worked hard to help her. Winter learned to swim without a tail. Wow, that's pretty amazing. She learned to use her flippers. She learned to use her flippers. What are flippers? Well, if we look at a dolphin, this is the dolphin here, you see these things here, these are flippers. This is a fin, okay? But these are flippers here. We call these the flippers. So the flippers would be here. This is not a flipper, not a flipper. This is a fin, F-I-N, F-I-N. So that's a fin. Okay, there we go, fin. These are flippers. So she can use her flippers to swim. Whew, at least she can swim. And by the way, flipper is an interesting name. There was a very famous dolphin on American television when I was a boy. It was a television show, and the dolphin was named Flipper. And so many Americans my age know about a famous dolphin whose name was Flipper. So Flipper, okay? And that comes from these things here, flippers. But thankfully, she learned to use her flippers. And here she's with a friend, right? She's with a friend who's also helping her. That's good. Now Winter swims with the other dolphins at the aquarium. We can see that. She reminds us that our actions can harm or help wild animals. That's important there, right? She reminds us to remember 기억해요, right? 기억 안 나요, I forgot, right? But 기억해요, I remember. This story reminds us, it helps us remember that we have to be careful in nature. Our actions, even if we don't mean it, right? The fishermen are fishing for fish. Their actions can harm wild animals. They don't want to hurt the dolphins, but their actions can harm wild animals. So we have to think about what we're doing, and we have to think about what's a better way. Is there a better way to do something? Okay. Thankfully, Winter survived. Winter plays with the other dolphins. She is a fast swimmer. So even though she lost her tail, she can swim with her flippers and she can play with the other dolphins. So Winter will be okay. She was saved. Okay? But we have to be careful about other dolphins. Okay, let's take a look at our glossary and our index. Remember, the glossary is a list of important words that you learned or that are interesting in the book. Usually difficult words, like aquarium. Let's practice that pronunciation again. Aquarium. Aquarium. Remember, an aquarium is a large glass tank or pool that fish and other animals live in. I gave you 2 examples of aquariums, right? One is at the Coex Mall in Seoul. The other one is at the Sea Life Mall or Sea Life Sea Life facility in Busan, right? Okay. I've actually been to the one in Busan, and I told you before, as a scuba diver, I scuba dived in that aquarium with the sharks. You think dangerous? It's okay. They feed the sharks before we go in. Whew. So the sharks are full. They're not hungry. Okay. Mammal. Remember what a mammal is? A mammal is a kind of animal that feeds its baby's milk. That's a new fact that we learned just now. But we learned before that mammals breathe air. Like us, right? Humans breathe air. Doggies breathe air. Mammals, all mammals breathe air. Dolphins. What's another mammal in the water that breathes air? Do you know? It's a whale. A whale is also a mammal that lives in the ocean, but it's a mammal. It also has to breathe air. So it also comes up to the surface and breathes air and goes down. So whales and dolphins are very similar. Remind. Remember, remind is to make someone remember something. And maybe we don't think about something, but we see a story or we hear about something and it reminds us about something else. To remind someone. Remember, when you use remind, you have to use an object. Remind him, remind her, remind us. Okay? Don't just use remind by itself. Who do you remind? Who is being reminded? We have to say that. So remind somebody. Rescue. Rescue means to free from harm or danger. To remove somebody from harm or danger, to get them to a safe place. And that's what happened to the baby dolphin Winter. They took her and put her in a safe place. They rescued Winter. Okay, so those are our words. Now about our index, right? Our index, it doesn't tell us what the words mean. It just reminds us where we can find those words in the story. For example, aquariums. We read about aquariums on page 7 and 8 and 10 and 11. So if you want to remember what we learned about those or what we read about those, turn to those pages. Fishing. We read about fishing on pages 5 and 6. People. There's lots of people in the story. We have the fishermen, we have the people at the aquarium, and we have people who have to be careful of their actions. We talked about those people on 4 to 5, 7 and 8, and page 10. And finally, the sea, pada, right? Sea is also ocean. Sometimes people say sea, sometimes they say ocean. Ocean. Right? Same thing, really. See, that was on page 2. Okay, well, that was a good story. Everybody likes dolphins. I'm sure you like dolphins as well. This is a good story about a dolphin, but it's also a good story because it reminds us that we have to be careful about what we do in nature, whether it's fishing, whether it's throwing away garbage, whether it's pollution. Whatever we do, we have to be careful because we share this world with many other animals. So we have to be careful about our actions. Don't forget, remind yourself of that fact. Okay, well, that wraps it up. We'll see you next time. Take care.